Hey, everybody. So, as you know, I'm always transparent about what I'm doing. For this game that we're going to talk about today, I am going to be reading from a message that I received from the creator, just because there was a lot of information in the message that I want to relay to you guys that is not necessarily on the packaging and everything. But look how cute this is. They're angry penguins. It's called Arctic Armies. And we're going to talk about it a little bit while I do this. So I got this game from Magic Beasts Game Design. They're out of Michigan. This is a small box game where two teams of penguins throw snowballs at each other to score points. It's area control, it's deck builder, which it does say on the back here. Your 4x4 group of penguins, so it's a little grid, throw snowballs in ranged attacks and then head-to-head melee. Use cards to buff both ranged and melee attacks or use special abilities. And it's 3 5-minute rounds for a 15-minute two-player game. They said it's very simple, but different enough for veteran gamers who need a quick game fix. They go into depth. I have the promo sheets. They're really cool looking. It's just pretty awesome. This was so sorry, I'm still like rereading it as I talk about it. The first edition is the Macaroni Penguin deck, which is what I have in my hand. If the game is received well, they're going to be making different editions for different penguins. So it is a deck builder by trade. I think that's really fun because I am a huge fan. DC Deck Builder was my life for a good, embarrassingly long number of years. So I love a deck builder. Let's take a look in this box. So again, this is Arctic Armies. Thank you for bearing with me while I read that. Here's the back of the box as well. Maybe I'm very bright. I hate my lighting situation's the next thing we're working on. I got the camera going. I got a microphone. Like, we're doing so much better today alone. Lighting's next, I promise. But here's a decent look at the box. Okay, it's an area control deck builder, all in a small fun package. Pit your penguin troops against each other in 2 attack phases. So the wording is weird because as I read, it's 3 5-minute rounds. So you have 3. I get that there's 2 different phases in each of the rounds, but just reading this, it sounds like it's just 2 turns. It's a little weird. That's why I wanted to read that message first, because I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. You know what I mean? 2 players, ages 8 and up, 15 to 20 minutes. So right off the bat, and this is nobody's fault. This is a brand new game. This is a company that's still getting off the ground running, but this is how my package arrived. It is. I understand that this is a free copy. I don't care about packaging normally, but I tried to bend this back because most of the time with like game boxes, you can. It's pretty like scored in there that it's bent. I'm not sure if that was a shipping issue or if that was something that just happened at the warehouse. Again, that is not something I hold against anybody. Like I said, I don't ask for much. I ask for a free game to review or an unboxing to see if it's inclusive or not, because that's what I like to do. I like to be that voice of, hey, this game's awesome. Here's what I think it could have done better, just so that everyone can enjoy it, because I want everyone to be able to pick up a game and say, hey, I love it. So that's what we're really reviewing, but I did want to point that out just because I have that puppy that you guys all know and love and hear in the background sometimes, and I want to make sure that you guys know that wasn't him. We're on the same page. Okay, so I open the box. So, all right, I have a business card. So this is everything that's in the box. This is a business card for a different a fast-paced space tile game. You guys are awesome. I want to say that because it takes a lot to put out new games, but I'm trying to... It's crooked. The card is crooked. I'm sorry. That's what's bugging me about it. I'm pretty sure this card is crooked. It's okay. It's just advertising material. I'm not that OCD, but the card, check the cards. It might be crooked. So we have tiles that you punch. So, sorry guys. I really hope it's more playable. So on these tiles, I'm gonna punch like a single tile out and show you. So the quality on these tiles is not great. This is, so it looks better on camera, but this penguin is incredibly blurry. Um, like it's, to me, it looks like it was maybe a 50 by 50 or 100 by 100 pixelated image, and then it was expanded to fit in the tile. Also, it's not centered. That again, but that's just me being a little nitpicky here. I really want to believe this game is going to be better than that. Well, I do believe this game is going to be better than that, but I'm confused. So, all right, here's my confusion because this is what it looks like. Right? Is there's ones, twos, threes. So for each color, so there's two colors. So I have the 1, 1, 2, 3 for blue. I have 1, 1, 2, 3 for green. Why do I only have blue medals and then one that's split? You know what I mean? Like, where are my other green medals? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. If you're color coding it by team, which is what it reads that you're doing, like, I haven't opened the booklet, I haven't done any of that. If you're doing it color coded by team, you need to make all teams have equal parts, or you need to make the medals a neutral color. So I'm assuming, again, haven't opened the book yet. I'm assuming the medals go to whoever wins each battle. Right? That would be what makes sense. So if that's the case, then they should be neither of the team colors because it should be promoting, okay, either person can win. I'm not hoping for either way. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have the tiles. The tiles are cute. All right. The cards are a different size. Like these are not, I don't have a Pokemon card lying around. I usually do. They are a little bit smaller. This is a business card. They're smaller than a business card. So sleeves are going to be a pain. I'm one of those people that sleeves all my card games when I bring them places. Not a huge fan. I don't know. Like the art on here is fine. The text is fine. I really love it. Okay. Either using the dyslexia friendly font or spacing out your letters like this. Like, can you see that? Like, I love that. It's a simple font. The letters are spaced out enough that I can read it very quickly. Like they're not too spaced, but they're not too squished. Because when you're putting a lot of text on a card in a game that you want to be able to play quickly, that's why we don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys. That's why. So I like those cards. I think those cards are nice. The only gripe with the cards is the size. Because you can't really get sleeves unless you custom order them. Or go to like Game Gen X, and then you're buying a pack of 50, but there's not 50 cards in this deck. I can tell you right now. I don't think so. Oh, dang, I'm right, there's 20. So I'm spending extra money. All right, so this is neat. I like it. Here's my problem. All right, so to have the most wins after 3 rounds is objective. Divide the deck of cards between special and basic cards, setting the special cards aside. Shuffle the basic cards and deal 6 to each player, creating the player deck. Each player collects their 16 troop tokens and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so so it says in this book, it does say, I might have an error copy, but this might be a thing. It says they're supposed to be score tokens that are each color, and I do not have any green. I have 3 blue, 1 split, and that's it. I do not have any solid green medals. So We'll talk about that. That's a quality assurance issue. But that's something I'm gonna like, I want you guys to know about it. So if you go and you order this game, because it looks really cute, like, I think it has a lot of potential. I love snowball fights. I love games that embellish on snowball fights because it's such a simple mechanic. It's something everyone does. It's easy to pick up on, and it's very hard to get wrong. Plain and simple. But if you go and order this game, I want you to be aware, like, I got this copy for free. So again, I don't know if this is a damaged copy. I don't know if this is just like, oh, we have extras, let's send them. I don't know if this is a special, like, this reviewer has this thing, let's send them this to see if they're going to pay attention to it, kind of thing. Because I have heard of companies that do that. They send out things with an error knowingly to see if the person's actually reviewing it or if they're just saying they're going to do it to get free stuff. So I'm going to talk to them about that. For sure when I send them this video over, but I want to make sure you guys know about it. Because like I said, I'm 100% transparent. That's my fatal flaw. But I want you guys to be informed. So one thing I don't like about this, right off the bat, so you split this deck of cards between the two players. I understand that it's a very quick game, but it's labeled as a deck builder. That being said, I don't think of deck builder when I see I have a deck of 6 cards, you have a deck of 6 cards. That leaves 8 extra cards for us to play with. It's not a deck builder. Like, I'm sorry. There's a better way to phrase that. It's not a deck builder. When you have more kinds of penguin armies, yeah, then it could be a deck builder. Then you can use all 20 cards for yourself. Like that mechanic makes sense to me. But saying that a 20 card deck is what you're making a deck out of. 2 people are making a deck out of. That's a little bit of a stretch for me. But let's keep reading and see if it makes more sense as we go along. Each player collects their 16 troop tokens, places them face down, so the penguins go up. On the bottom is each troop's strength, numbered 1 to 3, which can be arranged in any order. Each player draws 3 cards into their hand. Opposing penguins start 3 spaces away, shown by placing the space tracker with the 3 facing the board. Okay. Flip over. Flip a coin to choose the first player. That player chooses a card from their hand and places it face down in front of them, then announces if they're going to move or stand. Second player does the same. Flip them over at the same time. If it is a basic card, the top snowballs are used for range hits. For each snowball hit, remove the troop token from the opposing player in the same column shown on the card. What? Okay, let's look at this a little better because I'm not quite understand. Okay. So if this is our card, so it'll be played facing the guys. I'm assuming is what they mean. There's not clarification on that. There should be clarification on that. Like, you have the picture of everything set up, and then you have a picture of the card, but I want to see a picture of the card next to the tiles, and I want to see how it should look when you're playing the game. Reduce the space by 1 if you move, rotating the space tracker card. Draw 1 card from your deck into your hand. Only the fire snowballs count as a hit. Do not draw a card or reduce the space if you stand. All snowballs count as ranged hits. If the space card reaches the attack side, go into the melee combat phase on the next turn. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, because on the box, it says 2 attack phases. In what I read you in the very beginning, it says there's a ranged and a melee phase in each turn of 3 turns. Or at least that's how I understood it. But here it's saying you have a ranged attack phase, and you only go to melee if you have moved enough like spaces to the attack. and you go to melee on your next turn. So that's telling me you're not doing melee every turn, and you're not doing ranged every turn. So the verbiage on this game is, I have not read the melee phase, and I have not read what's called the draft phase. I don't want to play this game right now. It is really cute. It's absolutely adorable. I am sure that somebody can understand this. I cannot understand what is supposed to be happening in this game right now. So when I play this, I'm going to be making up my own rules. I can be point blank on that. Like, this is not, I'm not a visual learner, but I'm also not a rule book learner. Like, if it makes sense, if I'm reading it, then I can get it and I'll do it. This does not make sense to me as it's written, as it's printed. I'm not understanding what's happening here. And that's okay. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to make sure it makes sense, you know? So for it, we're going to keep reading. Melee combat phase. Each player places a card face down. Both players reveal their cards and flip over the first troop token in every column. If you have a basic card played... Nope, this doesn't make sense. I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I am always going to be honest. Arctic Armies, you look really cute. Thank you for sending me your product. It's not for me, and that's okay. I am 100% okay with admitting that something is not for me. I will find someone who this game is for, and I will make their day by giving them this game. But this is not really a neurodivergent friendly game. Like, right off the bat, I think that it has some work to do in order to get there. But I think the idea that you have is hilarious, and I love it. I love the idea of penguins going to war with snowballs. It's cute. It's not something that's done normally. I think it has like potential, but it's not in the cards, guys. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I love going start to finish on these things, but this one I just can't. I can't wrap my head around. I'm still stuck on how the ranged combat works. So I have a lot of questions about how this game works, and I hate that for myself. So that being said, you guys, we're going to end it there. This is Arctic Armies, and I really do wish them the best. Magic Beasts game design, I think you have potential, like a lot of potential, but it still needs work. So I wish you guys the best of luck in trying to get there, but it's just not for me right now. Thank you for sending it to me. Thank you for letting me give it a shot, but good luck. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great night.